This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. 2 weeks after allegedly committing the crime, 22-year-old Lyndon Williams was on Tuesday afternoon formally charged with the murder of Cabrio Wells. Wells, the younger brother of Transport Minister Renwood Wells, was gunned down while standing outside his Rowland Street Ridgeland Park home around 4 a.m. on August 6th. His suspected killer, also a resident of Ridgeland Park, was not required to enter a plea to the charge. His case is to proceed by way of a voluntary bill of indictment. But before being escorted out court to begin his time on remand, Williams' attorney cited several instances of police brutality. The court heard how on August 15th, Williams was beaten by 2 police officers. It's alleged that while handcuffed, officers placed a fish bag over the suspect's head and kicked him about the body and head. Marks were reportedly on Williams' hand, right shoulder, and back. The attorney claims his client was able to bite the bag in order to breathe. Now, while Williams contends he knows nothing about Wells' murder, the police reportedly warned him to confess if he wanted to live. The interview reportedly stopped so Williams could be taken to hospital. His counselor was supposed to have been notified when the interview resumed. However, according to the attorney, the interview was continued without a lawyer present. In the end, Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt ordered that the accused be seen by the prison physician as soon as reasonably practical. Williams returns to court on October 22nd. The homicide count, meantime, upped by another 2 following a late-night shooting that's also left another wounded and the alleged killers on the loose. Police investigations have so far revealed that the incident happened just before 11. At the time, several men were sitting in a yard on Maple Street, Pinewood Gardens, when 3 gunmen opened fire in their direction, injuring 2 of them and a woman who was inside the home. Attempts were made to revive the injured men, however, paramedics were unsuccessful. As for the woman, she is listed in stable condition. The hunt continues for the killers. Police also looking for the owner of an illegal firearm found in Yellow Elder Gardens Monday afternoon. Acting on a tip, a team of officers from the Anti-Gang and Firearms Unit searched an abandoned Jeep on Lightbourne Avenue and found 20 rounds of 7.62 ammunition and 32 rounds of .40 ammunition. No arrest was made. Fast forward to an hour later at 3 p.m. and officers were following up on reports of a Chesapeake Road business being robbed. From all reports, the gun-toting bandits held employees and customers at bay and made off with cash before speeding off in a brown-colored vehicle. He's tight-lipped about how many were actually offered the deal, but what BTC CEO Garfield Sinclair did share is his hope to be done with the company's VSAP exercise by the beginning of September.
We're really connecting these schools to the existing government of Bahamas, and at the end of this, what we're going to have are students who will hopefully be well advanced as part of this digital education process. We know that access to the internet has an inextricable link to GDP growth. It also equips young minds for a digital economy. So we're talking about eventually hopefully facilitating smart schools, but smart cities, smart government, and really driving the Bahamas into the 21st century.
BTC began offering VSAPs last Friday. Think back to 2015, and there was a similar exercise during which less than 100 BTC employees parted ways with the company. 4 years prior, 500 employees were shaved from its workforce during the company's privatization. Mr. Sinclair doesn't anticipate this latest exercise to affect the company moving forward. Meantime, slow but steady, that's what Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson makes of talks for a new 3-year industrial agreement. According to Mrs. Wilson, stakeholders have been to the table 4 times since the start of negotiations in May. Education Minister Jeffrey Lloyd agrees the talks are progressing. The BUT president is pushing for a 20% pay increase for teachers. Negotiations are set to resume September 18th. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.